I had a really like sad ending of a friendship that I had for over 10 years. So I was like best friends, like sister friends, like where you let them in with your family, you go on holidays together, you sleep over. It like cut kind of suddenly, and it was like grieving the loss of somebody, and it really threw me through a loop, and really messed with my head a lot. Sorry, my scarf is a thing that I hate all the time after I've filmed.
I was about to say, where's the magnet?
No, that won't help my life because I'm not used to it. You know, like I'm not used to it. That's like saying, oh, put a hair clip in, but if you're not used to that hair clip, then when you're adjusting without looking, it'll just go the wrong way, you know.
But you look so pretty.
Assalamu alaikum, guys.
Howdy.
That was so southern. This is my best friend. She's called Brit. Or Brittany for those in the know. Would you like to introduce yourself?
It's Brittany, bitch.
I'm from Virginia in the United States. Okay, let me be serious.
That so American.
I am a nurse. I'm in the United States. I'm here visiting my bestie for the resty.
So Brit and I are not of the same faith. Brit is not Muslim and I am Muslim. I was going to say as you can tell, but that's not true because sometimes you can't tell. That is interesting for my life because Brit is actually my only non-Muslim friend. Am I your only Muslim friend?
You are my only practicing Muslim friend.
No shade to the Muslim friends that she has. They're not watching anyway. It's alright.
I don't think so. Yeah, she's the only... That sounds bad.
So what would you say about your faith? What's your background, would you say?
I am a Christian, Southern Baptist. Religion is important to me. I love the fact, and I think that's what draws me to you as well, because I love that you are a faithful woman. And we have more in common than we don't.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I love that. I love that whatever questions I have regarding Islam, like the Muslim faith, you do your best to answer it for me to where I can understand it.
I love that you ask questions too, like you're we'll get into it anyway, but like you're never shy about asking things, and I like that because I think there's a lot of misconceptions about Islam that can scare people off, and I hate that so much. But yeah, basically I got talking to Brit like 3 years ago. Do you remember our first conversation? We met through YouTube, right?
I watched their video. It was like a video that was like, you got a lot of views on it. You
The
guys were
ethnicity one.
Yep.
Yeah, the one on the hill.
Yep. Surprisingly, Kai was one of the ones that got you Kai. You thought he was so cute. Do you remember that?
Yes. Her son is very beautiful. A really cute kid. Super cute. Like, you can't get cuter.
We have cute kids. I say the thing about Amaya. She's the cutest.
Did you message me first, and then I saw your picture?
I did. I think it was under the video. And I was like, you guys are like, this is so cool. Because I've never been exposed to that.
We first got talking. I think you messaged me on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And Brit's profile picture was her kissing her husband, right? I know this sounds like a strange thing for me to observe, but she was kissing her husband on the cheek. And it just caught my attention because a lot of people had messaged me, like a lot of people that watch videos messaged me. But when I saw a picture, like her profile picture wasn't a picture of her being kissed, and it wasn't a picture showing her like being adored. It was a picture of her adoring someone else, and it was her husband. I just felt like, it just stood out to me, and I was like, I would do that too. I was like, that's like, I just thought like, I don't think your profile picture says a lot about you. Like, I don't go around and analyze people, but that just stood out to me, and I was like, it just tells me so much about you.
And I love that. I was like, she really liked it. I was like, oh, I've never heard that.
It just caught my eye. But then Brit messaged me because we posted a video about our new flat. I never watched that video back because it was right after the miscarriage, and I can just see sadness in my eyes. So I did not watch that video back. But I remember we were struggling with decor, and I was like, listen, people tell me. And you sent me videos, didn't you?
Could she ask for help?
She sent me videos straight. I do not know this person. She sent me videos, and I just sent videos back. I'm like a video voice note girl. Like, I like to get straight into the communication. Obviously, you do too. Yep. So, I mean, I don't like all that, like, messaging stuff. I'm like, show me who you are. Like, you know what's so uncomfortable, Brett? You know, like, I'm a voice note. It's not so uncomfortable, no offense if this is you. But, like, you know, sometimes, like, I voice note people, and, like, I'll voice note them, like, and they'll never voice note back. They'll only type back. And it'll happen on, like, loads of occasions. I'm like, it's like, are they shy? Are they not who they say they are? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, your voice, I understand your voice is intimate, but, like, why won't you speak to me?
Not
why
me.
do you
I'm
want
like, you gotta get a video back. Voice notes, text video. All of it.
But we've been friends we've been best friends. Well, I don't remember when we became best friends, but I remember we became friends about 3 years ago. And it's very, I don't know about for you, but for me, it's very unusual, right? I'm 29 now. It's very unusual for me to build a deep adult friendship. And there are reasons for that I'll go into. But I'm saying, like, it's just very unusual in my life. And I think you're here, and I hope you come back very soon, but you're here.
I'm coming back.
I think we should just talk about a few elements of our friendship and meeting each other, because it's interesting. Imagine you've talked to somebody every day, essentially every day or every other day we talk. And I mean like videos and voice notes talk, like we call talk, like not typing, like we're talking like every day.
Wake straight up.
Yeah.
Like,
spot stickers, know nothing, all the angles. I'm on the cross trainer sweating and goes, like, do not care. If it's Brit, I don't care. I just don't care. I care more about how my mum sees me than how Brit sees me.
We'll have, like,
we're like comparing our scars and our stickers.
Bro, like, don't do it. I'm like, I'm gonna pop it. It's gonna be bad.
And she's like, I did it.
Girl, I did it.
But I think it's strange to speak to somebody every day for so long and then meet them in person. There's a lot of pressure that comes with that and a lot of expectations, so I think we'll get into that. I said to Sufyan, I have no idea where to even start with Brit, so he helped me sculpt out some questions that might be interesting. So the first question is, how did we feel about seeing each other for the first time, and what were we most nervous about?
Nothing to do with her. I was most nervous about traveling here with my son. I already knew. Like, she's my person. Like, we are so much alike in so many ways. I already knew. Like, I already knew it was going to be okay. Like, I already knew it was going to be okay. Oh, you're going to make me cry. I love you. I already knew it was going to be okay. Like, I already knew that it was a safe space. Like, she knows my heart. She knows, like, every little thing about me. Things that make me nervous, you know. Like, it's really, it's a comfort thing. So I didn't feel like I was walking in to see someone for the first time. I felt like, okay, I'm getting ready to get a hug from my best friend. For all the hugs that we didn't get to do for like 3 years, like, it just felt like home. So I literally just dove into her. It was like, hugs.
Oh, I'm replaying it in my mind. I was very excited. For ages I was just excited, super excited. And then when it come into it, I was thinking, what if I get freaked out easily, like, not judgmentally wise, but I don't know, I just, like, you know what it is? You know, sometimes I've talked to you about this before, but sometimes you can go hang out with people and you can be in a space and you think you're having a great time, then you go to bed at night and something just feels unsettled, and it's like you've kidded yourself all day that you're having a great time. But then when you're at home by yourself in bed, you're like, oh, something feels wrong, something feels dark. I was like, what if I get that feeling? What if I hang out with Brit in person?
I hyped it up too much and
what if the security was in the barrier of that and it's not real? And because I think it can only be so real when it's far away and it's not like real life. And then I was thinking, what if it is that? That was obviously, now I think of the worst case. So I was thinking, okay, that's the worst case, is that it just doesn't feel the same in person. But then the other side of me wasn't nervous because
and she's told me all of this stuff, so it's not like she's telling me this for the first time.
I literally tell Brit, this is what I'm worried about.
She literally told me
because she's the one that I would go to for that, so even when it's about her, I'm like, listen, my best friend's coming, right? And I'm worried about this. But then, in another way, I wasn't worried at all, because you've seen me at my worst. Like, I don't even mean physically. You've seen me physically at my worst, for sure, and you never say that. You always gas me up. But I'm saying, like, you've seen every angle of me, everything. I don't have to worry about that. But you've also been with me through my worst, like when I was the most depressed, low, neurotic, going in circles, needing help. Like, you've always been there. So I was thinking another way, if she can take all that, do you know what I mean, then you can, do you know what I mean, if you're there for all the terrible bits, then surely there's nothing that can go wrong. Or, do you know what I mean? And it's because I'm super pregnant right now. I'm super pregnant and low on energy, and I got sick right before she came. I never get sick. I was so sad about it. I'm still sad about it. I made her husband sick.
I'm like, I'm around sick people. I am a nurse.
We met through YouTube. Were we apprehensive getting to know each other? And what did our husbands think initially?
Okay, well,
I want you to be raw honest as well.
I was excited. I'm all inclusive. I was super excited. I thought that maybe that because my husband was in the military, well, he's retired, but he was in the military, I thought that stigma would pretty much beyond him, and we are not like that at all, right?
I asked about it straight away as well.
Yeah, she did. And we both, when I went to my husband, and I was like, Amara thinks that you're not going to want her to be my friend. And we both laughed. He was like, is she being serious? And I was like, no, she is dead serious. And he was like, that's so stupid.
Because I don't know anything. You know, it's such an alien world to me. And I just had questions. And I thought, if we're going to be friends, like, because we ended up talking a lot. And I thought, if we're going to talk, then I don't want to have, like, pretend conversation, have something on my mind and not speak about it. So her husband was in the army, so I had questions about it. And I just asked her.
Marine Corps.
I just asked her about it straight and everything. That's why I always felt comfortable with you, is that you're like me, where you kind of like just, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't mean cut to bad bits. I mean, like, I don't want, you know, the superficial bits. Like, that's my kind of friendship, is where you just...
If it's gonna be deep, it's gonna be deep.
It's just honest in it. It's like if you have a question, ask the question and get an honest answer from it. Were you apprehensive about me? Did you think I would be different online and in person?
No, you were funny. You were, like, I know this sounds cliche, but, like, I thought you were so funny. You're literally what you get. Like, what you show is what you get. Like, you were just so funny and just such a kind-hearted person. And I'm not just saying that. Like, I wouldn't come across the world to, like, be with you.
Across the world?
Yeah, to, like, be with you. Like, yeah, I would say that was, like, my only thing that I was apprehensive about. And we got that right out of the way.
And what did Jeff think at first?
He knows me, and he wasn't surprised that, like,
you're a friendly soul.
I would bring, like, but he didn't know that we were so much alike. Like, when I'm like, Amara thinks the exact same way, she says the exact same thing. And then when we're, like, playing games and, like, doing videos and stuff like that, he was like, you guys really are, like, wow. I was like, I told you. I felt like that's what I had to keep doing. Like, I had to not defend, but like this explain.
Yeah, I had the exact same thing.
I feel like I have to keep, like, I love her so much, and she is just so much alike. And it also helped with me because my mom is preview to a lot of that, and she was like, you guys are just so much alike. It's not just us, like, our families are involved.
Yeah,
like, my mom loves her. I'm at
mom.
Your family's house right now. Like, that's why it felt so comfortable.
Yeah,
because I felt like the whole entire time I was like, my family's hanging out without me. I was like,
yeah, when you miss stuff, like when you miss baby shower and stuff, you're like, I should be there. I was like, yes, you should.
Like, I should have been there, but, like, they've kept me so involved.
Yeah.
You have kept me involved.
For me, I was apprehensive with you because I thought you're too nice. I thought it's not real. How nice and friendly you are, I thought people aren't really that nice, but you are that nice. And I thought we get on so well and everything, like, not that you have to be like somebody to get on with them, but we were just so alike, and it's like one mind for so many things that I was like, that can't be real. I'm just a pessimist, basically. I was like, that can't be real. And then also, a couple of years before, I had a really like sad ending of a friendship that I had for over 10 years. So I was like, best friends, like sister friends, like where you let them in with your family, you go on holidays together, you sleep over. I had like one of those like really close like friendships, and it like cut kind of suddenly, and it was like grieving the loss of somebody, and it really threw me through a loop, and really messed with my head a lot. And then I think I put a guard up with my friends after that, and I was like, okay, friends aren't like family. Like, family are always there for you, and friends,
they can come and go.
They can come and go, and you can just sometimes never even understand what happened. So then when Britt came along, I did the same thing I do with my other friends, where I'm like, okay, I like you, you're cool, but you're like over here, you know, this is my safe space and you're there. But then we just ended up talking more and more.
Broke those walls right down.
No, that's the thing. My other friends, I will talk to like once every week, once every month, once every 6 months, and that's enough for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't crave like regular contact with my friends because I feel full with my family, I feel full with Sufyan, and that amount of friend contact is comfortable in my life. But with you, if I don't talk to you every like few days, Maya's out the window. Baby. If I don't talk to you every like few days or know how you are, just even hear your voice or see your face, I miss you so much, which is so not like me. That is not like me. Like, that is crazy.
She does the exact same thing still now. She's like, Britt, I swear. And I'm just like, It's been 3 years, sweets. I know your heart. I know you.
Sometimes I just send you like a random like dose of, we're very mushy, so like sometimes I just send her a random like dose of love, and she'll be like, I really need that right now. So when she does that for me, I'm like, oh my god, I really need that right now.
I'm like, how did you know? Like, she literally knows. She's like, Britt, are you okay? And I'm like, I wasn't gonna tell you right now, but okay. And I know she keeps saying that like I helped her, but she has helped me through so many things for almost a whole year. I would literally cry all day. It just was horrible, you know. And then like with health issues, just all kinds of things. Like, this is the person that, besides my husband, like, that helped me and built me up.
When I talk about Sufyan's reaction when we first met, he was, I think he thought, you know, like you get excited and you're friendly. I'm like that too. I get excited and friendly, and in the beginning of something, I love it like a favourite food. I love it so much at first. And I think he probably thought it's one of those, he's not said that, but he probably thought it's one of the phases that Amara has in it.
But she's still here.
No, and I think he thought it was strange that I would be able to feel so close to somebody that I've never met or that lives far away. And then when he'd ask me every night, he'd be like, I was thinking about Britt, you still talk to her? I was like, yeah. I said, yeah, we talk every day. Like, he's like, really? You talk every day? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, cool. he's like, and every night, even now and again, he goes, you still talk to Britt? I'm like, yeah, all the time. All the time.
And like, I take her with me everywhere. Like, I want to show her, like, when we go to different restaurants, I'm like, she's a foodie just like me.
I want to know what she's eating. I want to know what's going on. But yeah, Sufyan was like, I think he still finds it strange because, not just the fact that, oh, I'm still talking to somebody across the world, but because he knows me so well, and he knows it's just not like me. Mm-hmm. I'm not somebody that relies on my friends, and I'm not somebody that, like, speaks to my friends all the time. I'm not a sociable person. Like, I have a social battery and then I'm like kind of done. So it's weird for me to speak to somebody every day or every like other day and make time for that and enjoy it. And I think he still finds that very interesting. But it's like what you said, like, you know, you said you felt like you had to explain to Jeff. I still feel like I still have to do that with Sufyan sometimes. Like, I want him to, because it's our husbands, we want him to understand every part of us, and I want him to understand this friendship so much. But then the other day I was thinking, maybe he never will, because part of it is because he's also not a woman. Mm-hmm. And you know, like, a lot of our friendship is like, we're both women, and a lot of our connection is based on the fact that we're like women. So maybe he'll never understand because he wouldn't have that friendship with a guy. So I could try and explain it to him, but he's never really going to understand. And he doesn't really need to. Do you know what I mean? Like, he knows I love you. We love you. So, like, he doesn't understand. But for me, a part of me is like, oh, I really wish he could understand, but I don't really need him to because you understand. Yeah. And do you know what I mean? If I'm going to share it with anybody, I'd be sharing it with you.
I think Jeff like realized it too. Like, when I'm coming in and he's like seeing our reaction, and then with your sisters and your mom, and he's just like I know you talk about them, but like, you're so like, my movement, it was like, these are my family members, I just haven't seen them in a long time. Yeah. Right? You know, like, it felt like it wasn't the first time meeting them. Like, yeah. We automatically, even with Kai, like, yeah. he knows. I think Jeff seeing that, he was like, it like really clicked for him.
Yeah. And it's like, nice that he got to say that. I'm glad that he's like, do you know what I mean? Like, maybe
it's big for him, for us to be here.
Yeah.
You know, for us to like come,
travel
like,
so far. For
Jeff
that.
Understood like how important this is.
Nobody strokes my belly as much as you.
It's my baby.
I love that. What do you think of the religious differences, and what do you think about having a friend from a different religious background? So your other friends, are they from the same background as you?
Yes, for the most part. My friends that are Muslim, they aren't.
Do you know a lot of Muslims?
Yep.
All right. What made you watch our channel when you're from a different faith?
Because, for one, you're so pretty, and like, like you and Sufyan, just the look, the aesthetics, like, it just didn't. You guys did. I just never seen that before.
Brit's in an interracial marriage too. You're in an interracial marriage too.
I'm like United Nations over here myself.
Yeah, you got everything.
I'm mixed with everything. My husband's from Nicaragua, so most people even look at me and they think that I'm Spanish. So it's like not even like.
Tell them what your mix is.
Oh my gosh. Cherokee, Lumbee, Black, German, Irish, Scottish, Mohawk Indian. Like,
that's why you can do such a great Scottish accent, Brit, because it's in you.
My Scottish accent sounds like an Australian accent. We're not even going to go there. I'm like, croaky, mate. Oh, that's Australian. I It's Australian.
Crocky, mate.
Crocky, mate.
Sounds
Wait.
British. For you, is it weird having a Muslim best friend?
No, it's interesting. It's interesting. Like with Ramadan, I'm like trying. I was like, I'm gonna be able to do it.
I was meant to give you so much more information at the time as well, and I just got so busy because I was so pregnant as well. Like, I was just getting into my pregnancy.
I mean, I've fasted, but I have not fasted for an extended period of time.
For Ramadan, or just
No, not for.
why would you do that for any other reason?
We fast, but we like it's not for a month.
Was it a religious thing?
Yeah.
All right. I thought it would be really weird having a friend of a different faith because it's out of my comfort zone. Because I am somebody that I like to be around people I can relate to. I like my friends to be people I can relate to because I'm just the most relaxed. If I'm like, okay, we're all kind of the same here. Everybody understands each other. But what's weird is I am way closer to you than any of my other friends. And we're different religions, but it doesn't feel like that because God is at the center of everything we always talk about. We talk about God all the time. We attribute everything to God all the time. We pray together. Like genuinely, like I talk about God more with you than I do with my other friends,
I love that.
which is weird. Isn't that weird?
I love it.
Isn't that so?
We do it
no,
all
but
the
I never.
time.
No, but I never even think about the fact that we're like different faiths. Like it because we talk about God so much, and because you make me feel closer to God, and you make me feel closer to my religion, and you never try and take me away from my religion either. But it's just like. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know, like...
That's the answer to everything.
No, but all my values as a Muslim woman are never compromised when I'm speaking to you or when, like, it just...
Same.
Do you know what I mean? It's just so... It's so weird to have a friend that's from a different faith and never feel it. I never feel it. Maybe the only time that I notice that something's different is, say it's Christmas, I don't do Christmas. So I'm like, oh my God, you guys are doing Christmas. Or if you're doing Easter, that's different. But other than celebrations that come up...
You go look at lights during Christmas.
I do. I go look at the lights. Do you know what I mean?
You do.
And I video you and show you the lights I'm looking at. But I'm saying, like...
My baby.
That's the only time that I remember that, oh, like, we don't do that. But other than that, we kind of do all the same... Do you know what I mean?
I can say one thing.
Say them.
You make me feel stronger in my faith.
Oh, alhamdulillah.
You make me
You
feel
say the
strong-
words too, that trips me up. Because she says, mashallah, alhamdulillah, inshallah, you know what I mean?
I'm like, is this... At first, I was like, am I saying it in the right way? You
You
remember, I was like,
said it
how do I
so-
do differentiate
You
between... I was
said
like,
it
what
so
is-
weird. You said it so right, but it was just so beautiful, like because it's like comforting to me because those are words that comfort me, and then seeing my best friend say them to me, it's like it's not about you saying them, it's about me hearing them from you. It's comforting because do you know what I mean?
Love you.
You know what I mean. It's just like do you know? It's like a piece of my home is coming out of your mouth. Do you know what I mean? Like so many times we'll be going through something, and Britt's like, "We're gonna pray." I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna pray."
Let's pray it out.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's in his hands. Like, all we can do is just pray.
But yeah, honestly, like you make me feel closer to my faith as well. Like genuinely, alhamdulillah, like you do. You do, honestly, you do. I think that's so important as well. I think I would be, you know how I said I get freaked out? I think if you were atheist and you didn't believe in God, I think I would find that very hard.
That would be very...
Because God is such a big part of
How
everything.
can you...
But because you just got such a strong connection with God and God's at the center of everything for you and center of me, and like when stuff's going on in my life, the first thing you tell me is like you push me towards God, innit? Like that's exactly what you need in a best friend, and that's just what you do for me.
That almost made me cry. It almost made me cry.
What was it that made you best friends? I don't even remember when that happened. Do you know when that was? Probably like a year in, right?
Yeah. I was struggling. I told you, I was struggling. And you were there, like, lifting me up. And you were, like, there, like, Britt, you don't deserve that. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it was, like, we take turns, like, holding each other up. And sometimes they're, like, closer than we want. But it's like...
Yeah, sometimes our trials come.
Bang,
Bang, bang, bang. You're like, I'm going through. I'm like, I'm going through it too. We're going to be there for each other, right? We're both just sinking into the ground.
I gotta help. I can breathe first. I got you. Come on.
Don't hold on to it tight, but I'm here.
Don't put me back down.
I'm like, I'm okay. Don't worry about me. I'm okay. I'm good crying.
I know. That's what it is, though. Like, we want to, like, be stronger for each other.
Wipe the tears, take a video of it. It's so good.
Like a matter of, like, days, like, a day or two sometimes. It was like, I'm crying, and then she's, like, crying. I'm like, we got it. We're good. We're good.
For me, talking so regularly, like having the urge and the interest to talk to you so regularly was so unlike me that I was like, oh, this is like a best friend. Like, that's
3
weird for
years
me.
and she's still like this.
Like it's like, it's just so weird for me. That's just not like me, do you know what I mean? But I don't think you have to. Our similarities helped and stuff. Like, I always think, are we best friends because of our similarities? But I don't think it's that. I think I just enjoy you so much. Like, from the offset of when I got to know you, your personality and your spirit and stuff, I enjoy you so much. You're just so funny and fun, and you make me laugh so much. Like, I care about what's going on in your life. I love you so much, and I'm not the person that, like, gets invested in other people's lives easily. Like, I kind of mind my business, but when it's you, I just care about you so much, which is so, like, new for me. You're not my best friend because we've been talking a while, or you're not my best friend because you're there for me. You're not my best friend because we're so alike and blah blah. You're my best friend because I just enjoy you so much. You're such an energy in my life now that it's like, do you know what I mean?
It's like, how did we? I say it to you all the time. I'm like, how did I live like without you before? Like, you're like such a staple in my life.
Yes.
Like, I don't understand like how that happened.
So this is my best friend Britt. Inshallah, we stay close forever. Inshallah, I don't see
stuck
why
with
we
me.
wouldn't. Hopefully, she's gonna come and visit me for lots of times. Inshallah, I'm very excited.
She keeps having babies. Like, even if like seeing her, I gotta see my babies.
That's why I'm having babies, guys. To entice her to come visit. Yeah. Entice her to come visit. Maybe I need to have twins or something to really get her to move here. Maybe that will be the thing. Also, I'm going to start a petition if anybody wants to sign it. Moving Brit to the UK. The UK will be blessed by her presence, I promise you. So if everybody could sign it, that would be really helpful to my life, personally. I'm going to try a scarf on Brit and hijab. Don't worry, my sister's going to help me style it. I know I'm not the style icon. Leave me alone. But my sister's going to help me style it. And yeah, I'm very interested to see.
Me too.
I'm very interested to see. Don't feel like you have to have like, oh, I love it reaction.
Look,
Just have a genuine.
I love it. I
Don't
knew I was
worry.
waiting. I was waiting for this.
You don't have to love it. You don't have to be
waiting.
like, wow, I feel amazing. Because hijabis don't feel like that all the time. I tell you that. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, inshallah. But yeah, it's been nice having a little time capsule with you. Every time you come.
Okay.
Every time you come back. Every time you come back. Every time, forever. Every time, because you're going to come back every year forever, right?
Yep.
So then you should see a lot of videos from Brit then, because every time we come back, we'll do a video with her. So, inshallah, we'll see you again in 3 months. Yep.
3 months?